Spain considers paying young people $290 a month to move out of their parents' home.
Here's a summary of the article.
Young people in Spain could be paid $290 to move out of their parents' home, under proposals put forward by President Pedro Sánchez. Speaking at the Spain Urban Forum on Tuesday, Sánchez, who is the leader of the Spanish coalition government, revealed plans to combat high rents and make it easier for low-earning young Spaniards to find a house of their own. The plans could see people aged between 18 and 35 with an annual income of less than €23,725, roughly €1,977 a month, be paid €250 a month to put towards their rent, per a post on the Spanish presidential website. High levels of property ownership can price renters out of the market, particularly in big cities such as Barcelona and the capital Madrid. The proposal comes alongside separate plans for a wider €2 billion rent control bill, agreed in a cabinet meeting the same day. It could see rent caps for landlords who own more than 10 properties, as well as setting aside more social housing for renters, rather than selling it cheaply. Low-earning families or single habitants between the age of 23 and 65 can apply for a monthly benefit of between €462 and €1,100.
This post received a score of 30,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Spaniard here. There are no many details about this money, but we know the following. The government is considering give €250 to young people from 18 to 35, with an income of €23,725 or less. Up to 2 years. Rent prices in Spain can vary, from €500 to €600 in a medium, small city up to €1,000 or more in big cities.
I've also read that it is limited to rents under €600, which would make this virtually useless in almost all of Catalonia. They've now backtracked on that part after the outrage and will give it regardless of price. As you said, it would make it useless in Catalonia, Madrid and most big cities unless you're fine with living in a basement.
This is probably before landlords up the rent knowing the government is willing to pay for part of it. The government has also passed a bill forcing big landlords to decrease rent and for small ones to freeze them, giving them, the small ones, that is, incentives to reduce it. Of course the right wing is trying to repeal it.
The bigger scam here is the agencies charging 1 month of rent as a fee and as high as 3 months deposit. I mean, what am I really getting in exchange for paying 1.21x rent as a fee to the agency? At least if that cost was included into the rent already, then it wouldn't be so noticeable. I recently moved and I saw several places that were asking for agency fee 21% EVA, plus 2 months fianza, 1 month garantia plus current month rent. A €1,000 per month apartment in Madrid could be as much as €5,210 just to move in.
Someone in the Spanish government really wants their kid out of the house.
Obviously they aren't that concerned about it. It's only $290, that's enough to rent a literal cardboard box on the street.
I think it's more. If there are working people who are $290 or less short on income to move out.
Or, if you're penny pinching after the amount you pay your bills until the next month. This would be a good incentive. Hell, look at what the $250 a month is doing for poor families right here in the US. It definitely makes a difference.
$200 is the difference between coming slightly short and having room to finally get some new clothes after years. That was my experience as a student.
$200 would be the difference between having a savings account and not for my household.
At least by my experience from years past. Decade or two ago. Good going for some months with $1,000 in savings. Need a new computer for schoolwork. Nah. Some fucker's unsecured trash will fly off the truck and fuck up your windshield. Followed by a wheel bearing crapping on itself, a sidewall tire puncture you can't repair, and the power steering high-pressure line springing a leak out of nowhere for no reason. As predictable as a bad country song. And shit like that only seemed to happen during 2 types of times. When too broke to really do anything about it, or too right as some savings had accrued wiping 'em all out.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.